Thank you for tuning in. Let's start today's topics. Apple was forced to contend with a supply-constrained quarter that was attributed to the impacts of China's zero-COVID policies. Wedbush analyst Dan Ives provided an update this week, stating that iPhone supply had returned to steady levels in January and February, and the indications in March were positive. Apple may have felt the sting of the zero-COVID policies, but have rebounded quickly and remain the top player in their industry. Microsoft has agreement to license Activision Blizzard's Call of Duty to Sony for 10 years. This deal is part of concerns raised by Britain over Microsoft's $69 billion takeover of the game's maker. Microsoft had already struck a similar deal with Nvidia's gaming platform. Sony has expressed their opposition to the deal, but Microsoft believes that their package of remedies will guarantee parity between the PlayStation and Xbox platforms with regards to Call of Duty and ensure wide availability on cloud gaming services. Sony, in their response, has rejected Microsoft's proposals and claimed that blocking the deal or subjecting it to a structural remedy such as selling Call of Duty is the best way to preserve competition. The CMA will rule on the deal on April 22. Microsoft and Sony are still playing a heated battle without any sign of a truce. We can only see who will win when the CMA reveals its ruling. The U.S. stock market took a hit this week, as Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell indicated the Fed may need to raise interest rates in order to combat inflation. This comes as the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 575 points on Tuesday, or 1.72%, to 32,856. The S&P 500 declined 62 points, or 1.53%, to 3986. And the Nasdaq Composite dropped 145 points, or 1.25%, to 11530. The Federal Reserve has not made any decisions regarding its interest rate yet. It's much debated whether the terminal rate will be significantly higher than previously expected. The Beige Book, which offers anecdotes about the U.S. economy, will be released later today, at 2 p.m. Eastern, to provide insight on what direction equity markets might take. With the Federal Reserve playing a game of will they or won't they, investors are likely to have a roller coaster of a Wednesday. Southwest Airlines has announced that it will leverage Amazon Web Services, AWS, to improve the performance of its real-time fare search platforms, as well as optimize various operational applications. The financial terms of the partnership have been undisclosed, but the move is expected to pay dividends in the near future. Southwest Airlines must really trust Amazon Web Services. How else would they be willing to embark on an undisclosed financial agreement? Edible Garden AG are making a big push into higher margin products with longer shelf life. To do this, the firm has decided to expand into the new pulp product category. The move will increase the brand visibility, with the product located in the refrigerated section adjacent to the produce section. This particular move will be beneficial for Edible Garden as more grocery stores across the Mid-Atlantic and Southeast will be stocking the pulp products starting this summer. Perk up and put some pulp in your life. It's Edible Garden's way of spicing things up. Palantir Technologies announced that it won a 5-year $99.6 million contract with the U.S. Department of State to supply an enterprise data management platform. By utilizing this new software, the Bureau of Medical Services will be better able to respond to global crises. It looks like Palantir Technologies already has its sights set on becoming the world's go-to solutions provider. Rivian Automotive announced Wednesday that it is offering $1.3 billion of its 4.625% green convertible senior notes due 2029. The notes will be convertible at an initial rate of $20.13 per share, and the initial purchasers have been granted a 13-day option to purchase an additional $200 million of the notes. The company will use the proceeds, estimated to be $1.29 billion or $1.48 billion if the option is fully exercised, to fund eligible green projects. The offering is expected to settle on Friday. Investing in green projects is certainly positive, but it's a bit easier when you have billions to throw around. Senators Mark Warner, D., and John Thune, R., introduced bipartisan legislation Tuesday aimed at policing the threat of technology from adversarial nations. The Restrict Act could give the president the authority to mitigate the threat posed by technology products from adversarial nations, both senators called for a more systemic approach to solving these problems instead of dealing with them one by one. If the bill passes, it could lead to a ban of tech names from 6 countries: China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, Venezuela, and Cuba. Both senators are particularly concerned with the connections between TikTok and the Chinese Communist Party. Let the whack-a-mole with adversarial nations continue. Intel is looking to finance its planned German chip manufacturing plant with up to €5 billion in additional subsidies from Germany. The plant has already been granted a €6.8 billion aid package, though recent economic conditions have led to a delay in the project. Intel originally expected the facility to cost €17 billion. Though the US chipmaker now predicts the total cost of the project to be €30 billion, Intel is also looking to secure around 40% of the funding for the project. Via subsidies, it seems Intel is hoping to diversify their portfolio of chip factories with a nice, little German one. Meta has been forced to take drastic action in an effort to ensure the longevity of the firm, with multiple layoffs and efficiency measures being put in place. Despite a successful year in 2021, the tech giant saw a decline in its profits margins in Q4 2022, and this has prompted CEO Mark Zuckerberg to begin measures to increase the company's profitability. The latest cuts will see 13% of the worldwide workforce let go, with the company describing 2023 as its year of efficiency. Meta's year of efficiency is here to make sure their bottom line turns a profit, no matter the cost it might have on its employees. Ford Motors is offering a 40,000 yuan discount for its Mustang Mach-E electric SUVs in China until the end of April, providing customers prices starting at 209,900 yuan. The Detroit automaker had taken this decision after Tesla's price reduction on the Model Y. Ford is expected to boost production of Mustang Mach-E to achieve global output of 270,000 by the end of 2023. Ford Motors must be feeling generous to offer hefty discounts on its Mustang Mach-E just days after Tesla's price reduction. This is everything for now on the Wall Street wackiness. See you in another time.